This video is from a meeting that was given by the Tampa Police Department. And they had a forum. The forum was called Violent Crime Forum. Joe Robinson, who is part of the public safety initiative in West Tampa, he chairs the CAC subcommittee on public safety. Here is talking about the different components of the program and the different members that's part of the team that he's put together. He mentioned me related to the West Tampa CDC, and he talks about the social component that we bring to the table. And actually, it's a socioeconomic approach. We believe that you cannot lock your way out of this. You cannot police your way out of this. Our strategy is a best practice approach that uses a hip-hop bottom-up approach that focuses on the hardcore, using, again, what we call a socioeconomic theory of change. We looked around the country at some of the most violent communities in the nation, which include Baltimore, Chicago, Detroit, New York, St. Louis, Oakland, California, Memphis, Philadelphia, and New Orleans, just to name a few. Based on what was working in those different cities, we then developed the West Tampa Comprehensive Public Safety Initiative, and we'll talk a little bit about that on the other side.
We're supposed to have Captain David Fernandez from the TPD. Okay, is he here?
He's here.
Okay. One of the people, he sent his other guy to me.
Joe, are you confusing me when you say I'm an expert on camera? You're confusing me with
Oh, with Rosario. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Lazio. My bad. My bad. But David Fernandez, this is Robert Parkinson, the Criminal Justice Liaison, Criminal Justice Grants Management from Office of Hillsborough County. Rick Conlex, the resident, also Master Corporal with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department. We got Daniela Susan Lamar, the community manager of Cohack. She's doing multi-million-dollar, if you know about barbecue cane, you saw that construction. They're going to have 40 businesses in there, and they're concerned that they're going to bring high-def, top-notch camera and surveillance that reads your tag in your face because they private. Rick Captain sitting right here, big-time acquisition man here, Captain Coke on Howard. Gillette Wilson Fisher from the West Tampa Chamber. Mr. Elvin Martinez Jr., Vice President of Community Corporate of the nonprofit. They were at the meeting now. Michael Randolph, who has the social thing and has some issues that he's learned from Baltimore. Now, you want to know about crime, just go to Baltimore. Okay, that's a serious crime up there. Sandy Sanchez, myself, and let me flip the page here. Because I asked every agency, FBI, and everybody, Bill Jackson from the Housing Authority, because we have all these people that are moving in West River, $500 million development there, another $500 million is going to be Rome Yard, so we have to have the Housing Authority, because a lot of times people come out of the Housing Authority, Jan Washington, who we brought in, so they should be involved. And that's our group that we got, and we got others. And
so as you can see, the group that Joe has put together is really a good group, a good start. The other components that from the West Tampa CDC side of the table that we think that needs to be to the table is both the Department of Correction and the juvenile justice, only because we have to be able to create a mechanism that reduces recidivism. So we need to have a strategy that goes actually into the prisons, into the juvenile facilities, and map out a plan even before they hit the street. So those are some of the other two that we're going to suggest to the committee today bring on board as we begin to look at how do we reduce violence and crime in the community. This model that we're creating is what we call a promise and practice model that we plan to convert to a best practice model as to what can be done to begin to address the issue of violence in our community. Again, we cannot solve the problem of crime in the community by merely using a policing approach or a lock 'em up approach. One of the initiatives that's coming out of this, because of a public-private sector partnership, is what we call the West Tampa Technology Wealth Building and Job Creation Initiative. That initiative is going to be a major factor in reducing the level of crime in the neighborhood by providing technological as well as workforce and business development programs to help folks gain meaningful employment and also generational wealth.